Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Attack on Titan Season 3, Episode 12. This is the end of Part 1, which is where a lot of you had to take a break. Luckily, I don't have to. No, I'm just kidding, sorry. But yeah, so I'll probably still just be... I don't know how people typically label these episodes. Some people do, like, Part 1, Episode 1 through 12, Part 2, Episode 1 through 12. I still see them as cores because that's what I'm used to with my anime viewing. It's just they get split up and they take breaks, which is why they're now called parts, I guess. But so I'm guessing next episode's gonna be 13, despite it being a part 2, right? That's probably how I'm gonna do it. It's how I did it for ReZero and some other shows too. So anyway. Yeah, so last episode we learned a lot about Aaron's dad. Not everything, though. There's still a lot of mystery, like where did he come from? He suddenly showed up outside the walls without memories. Did he ever get his memories back before he, we saw Aaron's dad from someone else's perspective. We have yet to see Aaron's dad from his own perspective, which I have a feeling we may see eventually. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this next episode and seeing how they originally wrapped up this first part. Usually, whenever a show has two cores, they have like a kind of finale-esque thing halfway through, and then the second core, continues on and then has its own finale kind of thing. So, yeah, let's watch this and find out. We're going to start here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Recap. Bonk. Just a big old bonking stick. Getting pushed too hard. They're gonna talk about this now? Ah. Interesting. Does that mean there's a limited amount of it? Interesting. Damn. Damn, yeah. That's a... Because they're just gonna rampage, too. They're not gonna have sentience. Oh. God. I thought that guy was gonna be, like, a badass, and then he just turns out to... Reminds me of, like, the damn jar enemy from Uh, Demon Slayer. There we go. Couldn't think of the name of the show for a second. Where he, like, made the people into, like, a weird, like, sculpture. But he thought it was beautiful. It's like that guy. Is that what he wanted? Did he want to, like, take the leaders that they had captive and show the public his, like, tube going from his ass to his mouth or whatever? The higher technology is interesting. Like, it makes me wonder, either is that our world, or is there a lab somewhere with technology from the old world? I shouldn't say our world, but old world, right? Presumably before everything fell to shit. I imagine they had some level of technology higher than what they have now. It might not be our technology, because this could be based in earlier years. Hmm. So did he have Titan powers from the beginning? Hmm. And hopefully no one moved it by then. Mm-hmm. Oh shit. Damn. I don't believe it. We're not getting the stone. No. I wonder when we're finally gonna get it. I've been wanting to know what's in this damn cellar. Okay. Those doorknobs are dangerous. Hmm. Damn. Aww. Hmm. He just wants the answer so bad, he wants to be the one to go out and discover them, you know? Yeah. I get it. I understand both sides. Shit. Sounds like my heat is running. That's weird. I still get both sides. Talk about it in the discussion. Damn. If you slip and fall and hit your head on those doorknobs, you're just dead. Hit your head on like the top of them. There's spikes. I hate it. Hmm. Oh. Meat? The mid card literally just told us it was. That was a nice mid card. Oh my god! Sasha! Oh my god! She's eating his hand! Oh my, she drew blood! Sasha! We don't eat our friends! Oh! It is flowing! Her boob just got punched. Damn. Holy shit. Oh. Wait. Was it? He was there! Uh-oh. Is his memories fading? Or was he not there? Hmm. Interesting. Maybe he wasn't there for that scene. Or he's having memory issues. Uh-oh. I hope they saved her some meat. Probably not what he expected. Nope, there it is. Oh. Damn. He's losing ground. Shit. Turns into a Titan. Huh. Alright. Oh, there we go. Oh, there goes that meat. No, Sasha! She's just sitting there squirming, no one cares. Poor Jean, though. Jean doesn't heal fast. It was nice to see him like that again. Hmm. Definitely a build up to the retake of the wall, which, unless nothing interrupts it, will be next season. Or sorry, not next season. The second kind of looks like Kana's. Hmm. Oh shit, who's listening in? Is that a leg? So crazy the way they talk about it. What was that? Armin had like a moment of realization. Uh... What? Oh, is that another Titan being stomped? Okay. Ah, I'm excited. Hey. Oh. They weren't supposed to know about it. Ah. That's awesome. Started yelling! I don't know if he's making it back from this. Oh, so intense. They love having him yell. Alright. Oh, shit. Man. I feel like Berthold looked a little different. That was him, right? That was Rhina and Berthold? He looked a little different to me there. But maybe it's the wind blowing his hair. Maybe he doesn't have that same, like... He always had kind of like a nervous look on his face. I don't know. Maybe, like... His didn't quite look the same because he had a different, like, expression on his face that I'm not used to. But... Yeah, no, that was a good episode. I mean, I didn't expect much for one episode, you know, like, it's not like we had, like, a build-up to something and we were gonna see the finale of it, you know? So, it was mostly a setup episode for the retaking of the wall, and when they first mentioned it being 2 days away, I was like, yeah, we're not seeing it this episode, so that's fine. But yeah. So, we had them analyzing the syringe, which they talked about how when it came in contact with air, it vaporized, so they can only analyze it. Whoa, what? Uh-oh. Whoa, what is the what? Huh? Shit. Oh my god. I have chills. What the fuck? I wonder if this is what my friend... So at the start of season 3, I told you guys how my friend told me to always watch through the credits. And And that's where I made the mistake of watching the preview in the first episode, and then I talked to him about it, and stopped watching the preview. He just said to stop right before the preview. So, but that might have been right there what he wanted me to see. I always watch the credits anyway, so he didn't really need to tell me that, but okay, what the heck? I guess we got a flash forward to some shit that's gonna go down. I wonder if it's gonna be a red herring. Like, I mean, like, there's no way there isn't, like, some kind of good reason for... If it is, like, setting up a Eren and Mikasa going against Levi, whether it's Levi doing something he shouldn't, or them doing something they shouldn't that the other disagrees with, I can't imagine it's gonna be, like, all bad. Like, both those characters are so strongly, like, focused on the goals and stuff. I imagine they're gonna have a... whichever side is betraying the other is gonna have a good reason for it, or whatnot. But, yeah. I don't know. Or it's gonna be one of those freaking Irwin plans, where it's like, this is all part of the plan, and they're pretending to be against each other to, you know, put on a show so that way they can, like, win favor with the enemy or something. I have no idea, but that was interesting, to say the least. Holy, that's all messed up. What is happening? Sorry, I was trying to replay the episode because I wanted to go back to that part. And it, like, all sorts of messed up. Okay. There we go. So we have... I'm just kind of stopping it, like, scene by scene, real quick. We have, like, the rewinding and the glitching, which is really interesting. We have one scene of someone that looks, like, super burnt up. I don't know who that is. Some woman I don't recognize. She looks like she's in, like, a nice outfit, though, so is she gonna be someone, like another Rice family member that somehow lived, or like some kind of royal or noble of some kind? I don't know. A shoe. I wonder if you could recognize that shoe of, like, someone's specific shoe. I don't know. The key, the whole, like, injecting, the transforming. Oh, interesting. That's like... It almost looks like a, like, really fancy military outfit, but it's on, like, a mannequin or something where, like, or someone that's been, like, turned to stone or something like that, where, like, it almost looks like the head's broken off and the arm is missing, like, a hand, but I can, like, see the sleeve going up to, like, the arm where it's, like, broken off or something like that. I don't know. Oh, we got, like, that same picture of that lady burning. There was another picture, like, half a second earlier. I didn't pause in time. We had, like, skeletons or something. A seashell. So I don't know if that's gonna tease us making it to the ocean at some point. Oh man, I can't tell what this is. It's, like, overlaying scenes of, like, it's in the transition phase between the seashell and... It looks like someone on the right being, like, blasted backwards or falling or something. I can't tell what's... There's a couple other people on the left. I can't tell what's happening there. Oh, that's a little... Okay, never mind. It's just a bunch of dead people by trees, it seems like. That are in different, like, poses laying there. The key again. Oh, that's the bottle for turning into a Titan. Someone sucking the stuff out of there. We have, like, a bee that looks kind of like a fucked up looking bee sort of creature. The key again. We have just A Titan. Oh, this is like that's interesting. One of the first scenes when they were talking about how Titans only target humans. I believe this is the exact scene where they show a Titan walking past some deer and ignoring them. And I think this is one of the exact images that they gave us for that earlier in the show. I wonder what that has to do with anything. I think that was Aaron's like frozen Titan body, and then it jump cut very quickly to like I don't know, we saw like a pomegranate or something like that one time. It's almost like that, or like cells, you know, like a microscopic image of like cells or something. That's Aaron's dad again. Aaron's dad with young Aaron. I think that's the Titan. I want to say this is the Titan that ate his mom. We just have like a glimpse of the eye. It kind of gives me that vibe. Yeah, it is that one. The key again, briefly. A skeleton again. There are so many images. Then we got the Beast Titan. I did notice the Beast Titan the first time. Another skeleton. We have Erwin's father teaching the class, with Erwin standing up in class. Someone bleeding. Oh, someone being eaten by a Titan. Not good. Like blood running down the Titan's arm. Just like a. This looks like it might be the book that Armin looked at, with like mountains and stuff like that. Pretty sure that's Aaron's mom. Brief scene of the Beast Titan again, and then also this set of like armor again, not armor, but like a uniform of some kind. The same thing, just looks like it's on some kind of like mannequin that's like broken or something. I have no idea. Just a whole bunch of Titans looking creepy. Cannons shooting. Almost looks like way more furry Titans, which is really interesting. Maybe it's just like the way they're drawing the lines or something, but they look like very hairy Titans. Okay, there's a brief scene I didn't see, but we got a flower. It's all like a bunch of images we've already seen. A hand reaching out with blood. Oh. The mouth again. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to flash through them real quick again. I know it wasn't real quick, but okay, shit. So, going back to what I was saying before I got interrupted by the outro doing weird things. What's it called? The liquid for turning people into Titans, vaporizing, obviously it must be a part of a Titan that allows you to turn other people into Titans, you know? I don't know what part, they said it's body fluid of some kind, but does that mean that, like, all of what they had is what was made before everything went to shit? Or is there a lab somewhere with technology that would allow them to create this still even today, but just no one knows where this lab is, you know? Could that be what's in the cellar? I have no idea. But it just really makes me wonder what all that's about. Like, if they have no way to make more, I just wonder, did the Rice family just have a certain amount of it left, right? But I'm pretty sure we saw, like, the church cult, like, just using it on people and throwing them off the wall willy-nilly. So either when everything went to shit, there was like a whole lot of it made, or they still have access to getting more however they were getting it, and we just haven't seen that process yet. So very very curious to find out more about that. But Levi's been given the syringe. He's going to be in charge of deciding, you know, if it is a very intense moment that gets chosen, you know, he's going to be the one to choose who gets it. And bear that responsibility and have to make that decision quickly and everything. So that's I wonder. But the problem is, as I mentioned during the reaction, that vial turns you into a rampaging one. Then you need to eat someone with that power in order to be able to control it. So it's like, do you wait until you have like Reiner or Berthold in like captivity and then give it to someone and feed them? I don't know. So that way someone else has the power instead of them, or what do we do? I have no idea. So I'm looking forward to finding out where that goes. But yeah, the conversation between Erwin and Levi about Levi wanting Erwin to stay behind and Erwin wanting to go, I understand because, if I worked my entire life to accomplish a goal, I would want to be there for where you finally, like, that moment when you step in that room and you start discovering all these secrets. I'd want to be there in that room. So I understand where he's coming from. But I almost understand Levi's a little more because he has a great military mind. He's the one that comes up with all of their strategies. Like, sure, Zoe's good and everything, but I think that, it would be hard to replace him. I feel like she comes up with good plans and everything, but he is like this mastermind, and to lose him when they could very easily just keep him behind, especially if he's not really going to be contributing all that much. It's people are gonna, even though he said, like, use me as bait if you need to, even if I die or whatever, but people are gonna throw their lives away to protect him because they respect him that much. So there's gonna be, I guarantee you on this mission, there's gonna be people that die because he's there, and they try to protect him, because he can't protect himself as well anymore. But, it is what it is. That's his decision. He's the leader, and everything. We'll see how it turns out, but I also think that just put like a massive death flag on him too. But who knows? Maybe they pointed out too strongly, and he'll be fine. I don't know. But anyway, I really like that mid card about the meat. That was really cool because it like started talking about the meat, saying that when Wall Maria fell, meat became a very expensive commodity because of they probably have less like pastures and they probably lost a lot of their livestock and everything from Wall Maria. So that's it was good to know. And then immediately after we go into them getting meat and we're wondering, if we didn't really put two and two together ourselves in this world, they informed us without having to, obviously we would have got it from their reactions, then being like, oh my god, meat. It would have been like, okay, so they don't get meat very often. We do always see them just eating like bread and stuff, so I guess that makes sense. But I like the mid card letting it like informing us on that, and yeah, I can't imagine just who knows when the last time they had meat was, and suddenly having it, like, I get why they were all freaking out the way that they were. I have, like, I think I have, I mean, I straight up eat meat, like, every single day, whether it be, like, chicken or steak or, pork, stuff like that. Like, a lot of my meals are, like, chicken breasts with rice or something like that, steak with mashed potatoes or something like that, like, it's like I can't imagine just living off like bread, and their like field rations are like these little like compressed like nutrient bars or something that they talked about how like don't really taste good, or they don't taste like anything or whatnot. So yeah, freaking party. They said it was like 3 months worth of their like food budget or something to be able to like do that for that one night, which is pretty crazy. But I mean, I suppose who cares about budgets at this point, right? Like, I mean, I guess I don't know how they're governing this land now, but they're pretty much in charge. So it's like they can just have the queen be like, "Hey, give these people 5 cows," or whatever. So not so much about like budgets anymore when you're in control of everything. So, but I do hope that they don't let that go to like their heads and stuff too, though, because that's what I didn't like about the people before that were in charge. Is they're just sitting there living these lavish lifestyles for everyone else's, suffering and stuff like that. But I think once in a while treating yourselves, especially like the morale boost that it gives them before they start this big crazy mission, that was awesome. And then I like how the byproduct of it was they bought that meat from the Reeves company, which that means the Reeves company either knew something big was, well, I mean, they knew details, so it seems like they were hinting that Flagel leaked the information to the people that were there at the wall cheering them on. So, but once again, that's kind of a morale booster. They even said the scouts have never got a send off like this before, so they're like, they're gonna be like, they're gonna have that in their minds, and there is something to say about soldiers going into battle and having a better morale can really help the outcome. So I'm pretty excited to get into this. I really wonder. It felt like Armin realized something. I don't know what it was, but when the three of them were sitting there, I also don't know if Aaron's losing memories or something like that, right? Like, I can't remember specifically enough to know if Aaron was there at that meat scene and if that's something that he should have remembered but didn't. Is something about his like Titan form or something like that messing with his memories. But there was also that moment when, like, right when Armin was like, yeah, remember we talked about like the ocean and stuff, and he was like, yeah. I wonder if there was something in the way that Aaron answered that question that made Armin like realize, because he's pretty smart. He puts two and two together very quickly, and there was just a moment where Armin's eyes were like, they like widened for a second, like he had a realization, and then it seems like he compensated and didn't want to talk about that realization by just going off on like, all these different places outside the wall and all that. So yeah, I guess I'm just really curious what that ends up being. I feel like it has to be something. We have to go back to that, or some. I don't know. So yeah, damn. All right, I'm excited, guys. I cannot wait. And we saw like a quick flash of Rhina and Bertholt, so they're sitting there waiting for them. Obviously, it's going to be a big battle when we get there, let alone whatever it takes to actually get there. So I'm really curious how this all ends up, and I wonder if they know what's in the basement. Like, do they actively want to stop them from seeing it because they know? Or do they have no idea either? I wonder if they're as curious as everyone else is, or whatnot. Like, what do they know? But hopefully with this next part, we'll get a big burst of answers again, assuming that in this next part we make it to the cellar. I guess it is possible that the next half of this season is just them trying to get to the wall and then fighting through Rhina, Bertholt, and the Beast Titan if he's still there. We didn't see him there at the end, but other than in the flashes during the credits. But yeah, I'm really curious to watch more and find out. And I've been waiting a long time for the cellar. As you may have known, I started reactions at season 3 because I watched season 1 and 2 roughly as they aired. I think I waited a tiny bit for Attack on Titan, and then when it started gaining a lot of popularity after it first released, I think then I watched the first season. I don't think I watched it as it aired, but pretty shortly after it aired its first season, I watched it for the first time. And then, since then, I had rewatched the first season a couple times. I think I rewatched the first season like 3 times, maybe 4, and the second season like 2 times, maybe. And then finally it won a poll, and we are here doing it on the channel, so that way I could continue on with season 3 and further. I also did a Patreon rewatch to season 1 and 2, So I rewatched season 1 and 2 on my Patreon. You guys can catch that on there. But yeah, like that. It just feels like it's been forever that basement was teased. I don't remember what year Attack on Titan came out, but it's been a while that I've been like, whenever someone says Attack on Titan, I think to myself, I wonder what's in that damn cellar. And when I saw like new seasons of it coming out, I was like, I wonder if they've made it to that damn cellar yet. So it's I feel like when I finish this show, it's gonna be like the end of an era sort of thing, where it's like something that I've been like waiting to watch for such a long time, and finally we're here. It's gonna be interesting to finally have it done. So, anyways, guys, that's gonna be it from me. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to catch 2 episodes ahead through the early access tier on there. You can do so. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen, and I'll catch you in my future reactions. Bye bye.